Oke guys, selamat datang di channel saya, Papagaming, dan kali ini saya mau main santai aja, main Genshin Impact, game kesukaan saya, dan ini mengatasi masalah galau karena channel sepi pengunjung. Jadi bodo amat, pusing. Sepi pengunjung, susah ya. Udah diambil kan ya? Kalian gak ada yang mau mampir?
There are
Tes, halo? Muncul suaranya. Oke.
leaves around,
Tes
and I
aja
know
deh,
just
tes. Ini nggak usah, ini sudah mencapai batas. Gila, quest kita banyak sekali ya. Saya mau nyelesain konten aja deh.
tune to a
Quest utama. Kalian bener gak ada yang mampir ya? Gak ada yang stay gitu, paling 1 menit. Video view cuma 7 detik guys. Udah berapa? Ini udah 1 menit 30 detik. Udah pada keluar semua ini. Gamenya kurang menarik kali ya? Game apa yang lagi menarik ya? Game apa yang menarik bos? Game YouTuber mahal cok, 1 juta ke atas. Ya duit.
Halt! Huh? Oh, it's you two. Apologies. Monsieur Neurvalet did say you'd be welcome at any time.
Excuse me, would you mind helping me take a look at this report?
I'll be right there. Sorry, I've got my hands full here. You can see yourselves in.
Everyone's so busy. Seems a lot has been happening.
YouTuber Genshin juga banyak ya. Ada Semoga tuh bagus tuh, hebat.
Hello. You've come at the right time, but you'll have to wait for just a moment, as there are some urgent matters I must tend to first. In the meantime, please have a seat. If you'd like to have something to drink...
That's all right. We just ate.
Very well, then.
Let's take a break over there while we wait for him to finish his work.
All right. That should wrap things up for now.
Are you done with your work?
Yes, sorry to keep you waiting. Today should be the day you were released from the fortress of Meripede, and it appears that you've managed to complete all the release paperwork.
That's right. And we came here to see you right away.
A massive whale.
Do you have any idea what that might be?
Judging from your description, that cannot have occurred in any ordinary waters, but rather something. A whale of that size and shape cannot usually be found in the waters of Tivat. Therefore, we can only assume that child is presently...
Immersed in primordial seawater? But how? Is he okay?
Most people wouldn't be capable of entering in the first place. I'm not completely sure how he could have gotten there myself. Yes? What is it?
Oh, right. Paimon felt it too. We asked the Duke and he said it wasn't from underwater, so we figured you might know something.
It turns out that I have just received a report about this particular matter. In fact, the source of the tremor was here on the surface near Poisson. After the shaking...
The water levels rose? Oh, no.
Fortunately, the water levels only rose for a short period of time, and have already returned to normal. If the change in water levels is connected with the leaking primordial seawater...
Navia should be in Poisson, right? We need to go check on her.
I would also like to go there as soon as possible, but I'm afraid I can't leave just yet. We must immediately... I'll have to ask you two to go to Poisson first. I'll meet you there to check up.
There's no time to lose. Let's get going.
Please be careful.
Langsung aja. Rupanya di sini, guys. Eh. Klik apa? Tes. Gak ada apa-apa.
Navia should be around here, right? We need to make sure she's still...
Promosi party, kita ganti party. Ayolah aja ya. Ini aja deh.
We haven't seen a single soul all the way here. Oh, this is getting...
What will I ever do now?
Look! There's someone on the roof over...
Just stay put. We're coming up. Watch your balance.
All right, just... I'm not young anymore.
Oh, he looks pretty sad.
My leg! How could this have happened? It hurt!
Just hang in there. Help is on the way. You can hold my hand if it makes you feel...
Bentar ya. Lihat banget. Lihatnya salah nggak? Belum di enhance. Wah, elah Tuhan, kok nggak ada ini. Hari ini hari Sabtu anjing. Oke, udah bagus deh. Ini udah physical damage bonus. Meningkatkan damage ini bagus, kan bisa di-upgrade. Alah elah. Nantilah. Bawa ya.
Oh, it's Navia. She's over there. Hey, Navia, are you okay?
You're here.
We heard there was a situation in Poisson, so we came as quickly as we could.
Yes. As you can see, the water level suddenly
Demoiselle! There was a wounded resident next to a building southeast of here. We've already transported him to safety.
He's wounded? How badly?
He fell, so it's probably a broken leg. He's pretty shaken up. When the water level rose, he desperately climbed up to the roof. Once the...
He jumped down then. Find the leader of Squad 1 and tell him to take the wounded resident to see a doctor. He should know where to go.
Understood. I'll take over his search and rescue mission in the meantime.
All right, you'll be in charge. I'm sorry. Where were we?
The situation in Poisson?
Right. A little earlier, we suddenly heard a loud noise. At first, everyone thought that the rushing water seemed a little odd, almost like the unique color of primordials. Everyone on the street who happened to be close to the water didn't have a chance to escape. Those who realized what was happening started to flee in a panic, desperately trying to get to higher ground. The Spina di Rosula initiated rescue operations as quickly as possible, but there have been a lot. The water that flooded the area contained primordial seawater, so the lower levels of Poisson are... No one knows if this could happen again. All we can do for now is try...
How awful. And all of this just came out of nowhere.
It was quite frightening indeed. I only wish that everything that just happened...
Is there any way we can help, Navia?
Thank you for being so willing to help in a moment of crisis like this. You...
Don't say that, Navia. That's what friends are for.
Demoiselle! We've got a situation here!
I'll be right there. Sorry, I need to go for now.
And off she goes. Seems it might be a while.
Okay, the wounded are being tended to, and we finished a preliminary head count. More support has just arrived, so, of course, we should remain ready for anything, and continue doing our best to rescue others. Traveler, Paimon, would...
Huh? Right now?
Thank you.
Ya, pakai komputer dan terus lah. Naik.
Time to scout.
Gue pencet shift mulu anjing. Jadi keinget Assassin's Creed.
More speed.
Not a lot of people here, huh?
Well, given the time of day and the whole situation in Poisson,
Right. That's how things are now. The living.
Navia? Navia, what's wrong?
Sorry. I just... Malus and Silver. They won't ever come back here again. What should I do, Papa?
Mati mereka,
Huh?
guys.
What happened to them?
Everyone agreed on the rescue plan, but still... They were helping evacuate the residents, but they couldn't leave in time, and they were caught in the seawater.
What should we do?
I've known them for so long, and I know they weren't afraid. But I could at least hold a funeral for my father, and I know where he rests. But as for Malus and Silver, they're just...
Everything looks so clean after it rains. Even the gravestones. I didn't expect that you'd enjoy a glass of red wine in front of Master Callus's grave.
I can understand. Besides, the scenery here isn't half bad.
See, it's not just me. I always want to bring something when I visit Papa. Perhaps we might even have a picnic. He wouldn't...
How could Master ever be upset with you, Demoiselle? Yet the cemetery is the home of those who have passed, is it not? Everyone ends up...
Buying yourself a plot in advance, are you?
No need yet. But when I do, I hope you'll let me be buried beside Master Callus, Demoiselle.
Hey, stop joking around.
I'm quite serious. That way, it will save us both the trip to see each other whenever you visit your father's grave.
That makes sense. In that case, could I be buried on his other side?
After all, besides you, Demoiselle, the two of us could certainly be considered masters.
Personally, I believe we fill those shoes just fine.
Why are you bringing this up all of a sudden? Seriously. All right, but I'd really prefer not to talk about this stuff. And what do you mean by saving me a trip? I'd make the journey even if I had to visit you two somewhere else. I'd promised to let them rest in peace here. But here I am breaking that promise. I'm sorry for letting you see me in a mess like this.
Paimon doesn't know how to help you feel better.
I had always thought I could make my wishes come true. But now that I think about it, Malus and Silver have helped me so much. But I'm so sorry.
You can spend as much time as you need here, Navia. Poof.
Thank you. Right now, you don't know how much that means. By the way, you can have a look at this.
Obena, Khan, Burnett. So, everyone...
It's okay. I know what you're thinking. And the overall outcome indicates that the cost...
Right. Don't think that way, Navia. One person might be sick. Malus and Silver were not the price for saving anyone. They're heroes.
You're right. Thank you, Paimon. What you said just now was pretty amazing.
Oh. Really?
Seems you've become more eloquent in the time since we last met.
The knave? What are you doing here?
Is everything going well on your side?
Yes, my people are carrying out the mission according to your request. All the residents of Poisson have been evacuated, and we're preparing to relocate them to higher ground. As for these supplies, we have everything taken care of. There is no need to worry.
Thank you very much.
Wait, do you two know each...
We just met recently. Right, Miss Navia?
Usually, I would call this a coincidental encounter. But that doesn't quite fit. Thanks to the knave, Spina di Rosula received generous support from the Fatui, which allowed us to complete the rescue and evacuation work so quickly.
Mutual aid is essential to fostering positive developments. We were already in the area, in any case, so it was nothing. That said, I must say that you're a lot sharper than you let on.
I apologize for all the ways in which I tested you previously. We've never worked with a Fatui. My subordinates have reported that Fatui soldiers have been observing water levels and taking head counts in various locations.
This is nothing to brag about, nor do I intend to. It is simply the way of powerful organizations to act forcefully, whether they are doing... As I've told this traveler before, I know of the prophecy, and I intend to prevent the impending. Lending your organization a hand was a natural first step in accomplishing that.
Without your help, there would have been many more casualties.
Furthermore, I sincerely regret what happened to Malus and Silver. I only wish that my...
Don't say that. You and your subordinates did everything you could. As Paimon said, Malus and Silver didn't choose to sacrifice themselves for any specific person. And they weren't the price paid for... I've never liked hearing people put it that way. It's like trying to relieve pain by saying some noble-sounding words.
You're right. I'm sorry for your loss, Miss Navia. Water is life to Fontaine's people, and it also spells disaster. It's no wonder that people all...
So, you're one who will try to change fate, then?
Of course. That is why I'm going to Hotel Bouffe de Terre. I still have some things to take care of, and the children... By the way, traveler, Paimon, one more thing.
Alright, then we'll just...
Ada di belakang sininya.
That is a clever and useful conversation technique, which I do like to use when necessary. But there's no traveler. I'm sure you remember that I said we could work together when we had the chance. You and I both know that there may be issues with the Primordial Sea. Previously, it was the Fortress of... Indeed. Allow me to share the latest intel I've received from the House of the Hearth's intelligence network with you. During some recent investigations, a child claimed to have discovered some ruins near Poisson. Judging by the dating of the ruins, they may be related to the prophecy and the coming crisis. My people initially came to prepare for ruin exploration. Unexpectedly, this disaster struck. And at present...
So that's why the Fatui were already in Poisson.
I wanted to take the children along, but unfortunately, Linny, Lynette, and Fremine have all been dispatched. Linny told me that outside of the house, the person they trust most is you, which is why I want to give you this task. The House of the Hearth's members see each other as family, but Linny, Lynette, and Fremine said that they also see you as... I'm sure you already understand how earnest they consider their friend...
Oh! That somehow makes Paimon...
The intel I just shared about the ruins could fetch a high price. But since the children can...
Got it! So all we gotta do is go to some ruins, right?
Excuse me, but may I tag along?
You wish to join, Miss Navia?
But are you sure you're up to exploring some ruins? You need to...
Well, I'm sad, yes. But I can't just go back and plot my... There's no point in being depressed while we still have a disaster on our hands. As my father... Besides, I'm also doing this for myself. I need something...
Since you put it that way, I have no objections. All right? The ruins are to the south of Poisson. Here's the map.
Di selatan
Okay, the
Poisson.
three of us will handle it. Come on, let's...
Udah aku kepikiran mau ngapain ya? Oh iya. Nggak jadi deh. Ini. Biasa aja. Nggak asing, nggak bisa terbang dia. Bisa.
It's time to pull the trigger.
Killernya. Bisa aku main. Ini killernya
Time
ambil-
for a house call.
Tulis aja. Nggak usah repot lah. Bukan repot aja ya. Jalan aja ya. Kita jalan kaki. Maka ada lagi.
Take it easy.
Grafik kita cukup tinggi grafik kita ya. Terus yang keren ya. Tinggi apa sih? Sebenarnya tinggi apa sih? Grafik tinggi, kecerahan, FPS 60, tinggi 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 tinggi, sangat tinggi, kepadatan orang tinggi. Apa itu nggak ngerti juga. Ini dia ada yang paling tinggi ya. Apa kan? Oh udah dikatakan.
So, are these the ruins the knave was talking about?
They seem to be pretty ancient, all right.
Let's go in and have a...
Just be careful.
Kayak ada angin kesedot gitu ya. Runtuhan apa. Lihat dari jauh harusnya takut tuh. Kita masuk ke runtuhan kuno.
Follow the wind.
Ya nggak bisa nempel aja. Ada rahasia.
Time to go.
Oke. Ada internetnya.
The doctor will see you now.
Take it easy.
Internetnya masih nggak kuat ini.
The wind knows me.
Take flight.
Quietly now. Into the wind.
Dia kan angin.
Dada Kondala.
Floor here isn't safe.
Ada musuh.
One with nature.
My apologies.
Kalau kita jatuh gimana naiknya? Tidak bisa naik atau ada jalan.
This place has also been contaminated by primordial seawater.
Yeah. And a lot of it, too. A Fontanian would most likely dissolve the moment they fell in.
Right! You can't go down if there's primordial seawater. It's too dangerous and it won't be any help for you to just stay here.
Ya, kamu balik aja.
Don't get my mind wrong. We're not saying you...
No, you're right. I can't do anything in this situation. I'll leave this to... That complicates things.
In that case, do you want to wait for us here?
The water levels here are unstable, and there's a chance the water will rise. I'll go together with
Yeah.
you. Perhaps we'll find the exit just up ahead.
All right. Come with us.
Hati-hati ya, kita harus jaga. Apa ini?
Oh no, it's a dead end. Let's try climbing over from the side.
Lanjut lanjut. Kurang darah.
Time to go.
Wait, there's something wrong with this bridge.
Oh iya, ada skinnya keren. Oh tidak, bagus berasa. Nah kan? Tidak. Tidak. Nice.
Demoiselle?
Huh?
Demoiselle, what are you doing here by yourself? Would you be standing here till dark if I hadn't come to get you?
Maybe she just wants some time to herself, Malus.
Oh, was I?
Yes, it would appear so.
I must be tired.
That's quite possible. However, you were the one that suggested we go out for a walk.
Oh, right. It must have slipped my mind when I dozed off. This is a familiar feeling, yet...
Is something the matter, Demoiselle?
Oh, no. No, I'm fine. I was just trying to recall why we came out for a...
Do you remember Mr. Giverny? He'd requested our help before with foreign merchants who had a debt dispute.
We were headed to see how things were going with him at the moment.
Ah, right.
Oh, Papa di sini.
I remember now.
Oh,
Huh?
Miss Navia. Ah, Mr. Malus. And Mr. Silver, too. It's good to see all of you.
How have you been?
I've been great. Thanks to your help, those bothersome merchants finally realized that I wasn't the one they were looking for. Why, I wasn't even the guarantor for that perk. They were knocking at my door day and night. Even my neighbor, Obina, was getting fed up with them.
Sometimes force is required to calm someone down and get them to listen to what you have to say.
That's right. Oh, by the way, Burnett, what was it that you wanted to give to Miss Navia again?
Oh, yes. One moment, I have it right here. Miss Navia, these are some flower seeds that I prepared. Please take them. They're a very good variety, and they'll become very big and beautiful once they bloom. I don't know what we would have done without your help, so this is a little token of our appreciation. I hope you won't refuse.
Did you cultivate them yourself? Thank you so much. I'll certainly take them. Malus, we do still have some empty flower pots at home, right?
Why, we can have as many pots as you'd like, Demoiselle.
Perfect. In that case, we'll swap out some of the decorative plants for some of Mrs. Burnett's flowers.
Very well.
Wait. Something... Excuse me, madam. If I'm not mistaken, your name...
That's right. Is something wrong?
No, it's nothing. This is the first time we've ever met, but your name seemed familiar to me. I must have heard it when I was discussing things with your husband previously. I've heard this name before. Sometime recently, I'm sure of it. And why are there so few people around here? Where did everyone go?
We must mind the time, demoiselle. We still have important things to attend to today.
Huh? We do? Like what?
Well, now, did you forget?
Ada gambar.
Miss Navia,
Itu
here you are. I've been looking for you. Please, come to the Opera House. Your trial is about to begin.
My trial?
Ini
Wait,
siapa ya?
why would I need to go to the Opera House?
Yes, she's right, demoiselle. It's just about time now, so we should get going.
Oh? All right then.
Ini namanya adem sari. Biar adem. Iya. Biar adem.
Look, it's
Yeah.
Navia. She's here.
And her two attendants are with her. Goodness, everyone's finally here.
There sure are a lot of people here to see the trial. And they all seem to be oddly
Mana gitu.
excited about something.
Gitu di internet. Ah.
I even know
Ah.
Karina, Desiree, Joyville,
Oh, kayak
Jolien,
gitu di internet.
Essen. Why are so many people here? And as for the judge,
Siapa aja coba?
huh? Where's Monsieur Neuvillette?
Please sit in the defendant's seat. Don't worry, Silver and I shall accompany you.
All right, but are you sure you can stand behind me?
Typically, it wouldn't be allowed.
Hey, what kind of place do they think this is?
Come on. Do they have any idea what they're doing?
Seriously.
Enough with the whispering! Could someone please tell me where Monsieur Neuvillette is? And why I'm...
My dear Miss Navia, have you not yet realized what you've done? As all here know, you are Master Callus's successor, the head of the Spina di Rasula. After you took over the Spina, you treated all of us just like the late Master Callus had. If anyone in need reached out to you for help, you responded. Not only you, but your butler, your subordinates, nearly everyone in the Spina di Rasula fought for the well-being of those in Poisson.
Wait a moment. Aren't you just proving that I'm a good person?
Yes, correct. Absolutely right. And that is why you stand accused. We are one big family, all of us who are from Poisson, inextricably linked. And with you being so important, therefore, this fair and honorable court shall declare you...
Huh? What are you saying? Everything you have said is correct. I have indeed done a lot for my hometown, and I would be willing...
Ah, well, if that's what you think, then I have no further comments.
How wonderful, Miss Navia!
I know all these people. Why are they laughing?
I seem to remember now.
Wait just a moment. This isn't right!
Malus?
What was that, Mr. Malus? Our conclusion is very clear and unanimous. Let the court judge her now. She's...
Stay here, Navia! You're one of us!
Demoiselle, don't admit guilt. This trial means to keep you here forever.
I wish to exercise my right to defend Our Lady. Mistress Ronfil, you only know of Navia's goodness, but nothing of her utterly independent...
She was born a free and independent spirit. She has never been tied down by anything. Indeed, even the death of...
Her actions cannot serve as proof that she identifies herself as part of any group. She merely acted... Please do not mistake her actions.
Really? As an individual, you say? Don't forget, we are all Fontanians here. This is the nation of justice. The nation of... Even if Miss Navia only voluntarily rendered her assistance, that doesn't change the fact that her beautiful soul... Everything is measured here in the nation of Hydro. And in the end, everyone shall meld to... Now, I speak for everyone. Our opinion is consistent. Navia should stay. We and Navia...
And you would call this justice? Preposterous. You are merely jealous that Demoiselle still has a chance. Have you forgotten how much you all once longed to become individuals? To become independent?
Do you mean to defy our justice?
If your justice is flawed, then why should we acknowledge it?
As you said, we can also have our own justice. Silver and I shall... And that is...
My head... It hurts.
Demoiselle.
Silver, it hurts. My head is spinning. I remember now. Everything that seemed odd from the very beginning. Karina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolien, Essen, and Mr. Giverny and Mrs. Burnett, who we met earlier. Even Malus and Silver. I don't want to admit it, but they're all dead.
Don't be afraid, and don't admit guilt. We will protect you to the very end.
Absurd! Who are you to say that she cannot be judged? We are the majority, and in the nation of trials, the majority is absolute.
Don't let them escape! We shall keep Navia here with us!
Mr. Malus and Mr. Silver, must you be so stubborn? How could the two of you possibly hope to stand against the collective? Do not resist. This judgment is fair and just. Navia belongs to us. After all that happened, she should not be left alone in Poisson.
What are you saying?
No more excuses.
He says we're jealous. Jealous? How could she possibly be an independent individual?
What's with these people?
Who's jealous of her?
She belongs to us.
Miss Navia, she...
Silence.
That's...
Monsieur Neuvillette!
Such commotion is prohibited in the court. The accusations you just presented are nonsense and cannot constitute a... The court will adjourn for the rest of the day. In this, I shall hear no objections from any unauthorized...
Our thanks, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Please leave with me, Miss Navia, while there is still time.
But...
Go on now, Demoiselle. This is your only chance to leave this place. What, can't...
Malus.
My apologies. I couldn't resist making one little joke once I realized that this shall be our last goodbye.
Malus. Silver.
Quickly, you must come now.
Goodbye, Demoiselle.
Farewell.
No, wait! Just a second!
Navia?
You're awake. Good.
I must have been dreaming. Malus and Silver were still alive, and they were...
It looks like you're all right.
Did all the sad feelings cause you to have a nightmare? Paimon could give you a hug.
The ruins you were exploring suffered a cave-in. When I arrived, I found you falling toward the water. You were just about to be dissolved within, but I think I saw two Oceanids protecting you. It was only for a moment, perhaps even a fraction of a second, but they gave me the chance to retrieve you. Were it not for their intervention, I would not have been able to rescue you before your
Wait, did you say Oceanids? You mean like what happened with Vache?
Perhaps those two Oceanids were the people you saw in your dream.
I always told them that they didn't have to protect me.
Please come with me.
Neverlet, are you okay?
Hmm? Oh, I am quite all right.
Why do you look so stiff, Olive? Oh, Paimon knows. You're the type who feels awkward when there's...
I merely thought that we should give Navia some time to herself.
Huh? Why didn't you just say so then? Don't you think it's even more
I suppose so. Ah, Sigewinne. I hope all is well with her these days. Her work in the Fortress of Meropide has...
No way! Don't worry. She's doing fine down there. She's an amazing...
I see. Well, that is good. I have always worried that Sigewinne would need a lot of time to understand the world of humanity.
Oh, and the Duke also says hi. Even though Sigewinne made him do that. He hopes that you haven't been...
Thank you. I have indeed been busy lately. I also hope that everything is going well in the Fortress of Meropide.
He still doesn't know what to talk about. What? So, Neverlet,
Yes, of course.
this isn't going anywhere. Let's try something else. How did you find these ruins? Did the
Yes, in fact. I had arranged to meet you in Poisson, but when I arrived, I discovered that the Fatui were helping the resident. Amid my astonishment, I ran into the knave, and we had a chat. She informed me that she had...
Yeah, we originally planned to meet up with you, but we thought you might still be busy with all those official documents. We didn't think exploring the room...
I'm sorry to have kept you all waiting like that. I'm feeling much better now. I guess we should get going again. Will you come with us, Monsieur Neuvillette?
Yes, if you wouldn't mind my company.
Oh, right! Another one joins the party! Let's get going then!
Whirling snow! Embrace the ice!
The wind knows me. Nada kondala.
Mati dia.
Oh no, another unstable path. Watch your step.
Nggak bisa nempel ya. Sabar ya. Yuk.
Time to go.
Hah? Anak kecil di mana? Hah? Toby.
Watch out! There are rocks falling over here!
So rude! One with nature. Gotcha.
Seems we're almost at the top. Keep it up!
Karun. Ada harta karun.
Yeah. Things are about to get dicey.
Take flight! Sakura swirl! My apologies!
Into the wind. Clouds high. The birds call. A bitter pill to swallow.
Busted.
Wah, apa itu? Hati-hati berdirinya, jangan kayak gitu jatuh nanti. Duduk aja. Apa yang tadi? Tadi ya? Oh, atas. Enak. Apa ini? Jadi air kita. Enak ya? Enak ya? Jadi air dia. Airnya. Jadi es dia. Apa ya?
Looks like we've reached the end.
Ada orang.
This is the place. There should not be any other hidden spaces in the vicinity.
The path sure had some twists and turns, but it turns out that this place isn't actually that big.
Apanya? Iya, keluar lagi orangnya. Dia mau cari ini nih, cari harta karun dia.
Slates? It seems like they were put here as an offering.
Perhaps we should just leave them be for now.
Ini ya. Ini kawannya.
There are 4 locations in total, but only 3 stone slates. The slate that should be in the first empty spot is missing.
The surrounding walls also show signs of damage.
There's something written below. Let Paimon see. Reason dictates that this nation be destroyed. I shall record the history of its future here in its past.
Paimonnya bisa terbang.
Say what?
It feels like someone left these slates and these words here for a purpose.
That would fit the circumstances dictated by the prophecy, yes.
There's a person kneeling here. She seems so dedicated. And there's a whole bunch of other people behind.
And is that Lady Furina in the 3rd image? Did the Hydro Archon fall into the water?
And is that a ring of people around her?
The 4th image. I know this one. This exactly matches the content of the prophecy.
Apa masukin? Udah. Minum
The
aja,
people
jangan
will
dimainin.
all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne.
Jangan dimasukin pakai jari, nanti ini kejepit jarinya. Jadi apa?
More information should be hidden in these slates, but I fear I cannot easily uncover it.
Don't blame yourself, Monsieur Neuvillette. Deciphering ancient stones.
Ooh, Paimon's getting the chills just looking at these slates. This says that it's the history of the future, right? That means the prophecy's sure to come.
I really hope it doesn't mean that.
Still, Paimon feels like these images are kind.
Kenapa kawannya?
That's right! If the images are in chronological order, shouldn't the 4th, the waters drowning Fontaine, come before the 3rd, where the Hydro Archon herself falls into the water?
And yet the order is reversed here.
Plak, plak, plak. Mana itu? Jangan baca ya. Buka politiknya. Ya, dia tinggal. Sudah.
If we go by timing, Lady Furina only emerges in the third image. That means that the person in the second image might...
Egeria, then. I had never met her, but the previous Archon kneeling before the floating island in the skies, as if confessing a sin.
Did she herself commit that sin? And if not, why would she be in such a posture? Also, I'm still wondering why these ancient stone slates are here at all. Judging from their content...
But who would have created these slates and left these
It seems that any further clues will have to come from Furina.
In that case, there's no time to lose. There's nothing else to be...
Yeah, we better get somewhere safe for now.
Kita nggak bisa main yang ini. Iya, main sama papa aja sini.
Let's split up here. I'm going to check on what's happening with the Spina.
Kita papa main
You
aja.
know how it is. There's some things you just need to be there for yourself.
Ya.
You still have energy for that?
Just head back to the Fluvsandra and have a rest then. Thanks for keeping me company all this time.
I'll depart as well. Thanks for your hard work today. Rest well, everyone. Traveler, I will go talk to Furina tomorrow morning to ask about the stone slates. I'm sure that you're concerned about this matter as well. If you have time, drop by my office. I'll share the results of our discussion with you.
Yang cah itu kayaknya. Dari samping.
Daw.
Dari depan jelek suara, nggak ada suaranya.
Are you really gonna talk to her about this directly? Will that be a problem?
She has long been harboring secrets and will not give them up easily, which makes it all the more my duty to ensure that she understands.
All right, we'll leave it in your hands.
I will be carefully considering my...
Traveler, Paimon, our safe house at the Fluvsandra is always open. All right. I'll be on my way then.
We're finally back.
Pakai ini kan nggak ada suaranya.
Welcome back. We've got a special menu prepared for you two tonight.
Yay! And there's good food too. Navi, no, the boss is the best. Ooh, desserts. Nice. These are all Paimon. Paimon's already starting to forget what happened today.
Ada lampunya nggak nyala.
Oh, that voice. Is that who I think it is? It's you two. What are you doing in Fontaine?
Mona?
Seriously, nobody just uses a scry glass whenever...
Still, we didn't expect to see you here.
Well, I have some business to attend to here, so I booked a hotel in the city. Why did you think I was from Fontaine, though? Is that because Magistus doesn't sound...
yeah.
Well, I used to have my own surname, which was, well, some other thing. Either way, the old hag told me when she took me as her disciple that the first step to... There was nothing for it, really. She really is amazing at astrology, so I changed my name to what it is now.
It isn't?
Nope. although it is used by us in place of surnames.
Wow! Imagine including a boast in your name. Wait, are you gonna have to put that into your genealogy as well?
I reckon so. In any case, I'd give my disciple a name like this as well, if I were to take one. Astromancer Barbeloth Trismegistus.
Whoa, that's a long one.
My name means Mona the Great Astrologist. As for the old hag, hers is, in plain speech...
The rice is great? That's so petty.
I know, right? That's just how she is. She used to call herself Megistus, actually, but when she took me in, she changed...
Talk about excess.
Megistus is thus the calling card of our school, so to speak, which makes it about the same as a surname. It's all right if you don't get it. You can look into it further should you need to study astrology more deeply.
That's so terrible. But anyway, you're not Fontanian, are you?
Well, I was born in Mondstadt, yes. My parents migrated to Dornman Port, and I'd...
Oh, that's a good thing then. At least we know you won't be...
Speaking of that, I'm sure you're aware that a bunch of things have happened here in Fontaine. There's something ominous about it. Well, the water, I mean. That was the main reason, yes. Just a while back, the Steambird, the invitation was sent quite early on. I don't think anyone expected...
What do you make of that prophecy, Mona? Just tell us what you think as an astrologist. Your word will go along.
What I can tell you is that I'm an astrologist, and that this prophecy concerns the fate of Fontaine. I'm afraid that this is not something that just anyone can do. If I could do it, you would no longer call me an astrologist. But on the flip side, the prophecy is so huge and powerful that it must surely come from a
visionary? Sounds really powerful and all, but...
Of course. The old hag could do it. And I bet there are others amongst those Hexenzirkel colleagues of hers who could do something similar. Are you sure? All right, I'll help you. It isn't often that I see you with such a serious look on your face. I'll tell you once I hear back from her.
Thanks, Mona. You're amazing as always.
Oh, well, this is something only I can do after all. So yes, your praises are quite welcome.
That's the greatest of astrologists for you! Of all the people we know, you know the star's the best!
Indeed, indeed. That's the spirit.
Oh, sorry. I came to see what all the commotion was about. If there's anything you need, do not hesitate to inform the Spina di Rosula.
Oh, whoops. Guess we were getting a little too carried away there. Well, I'll go tend to my own business now. If I receive any news, I'll be sure to come find you two again.
And there she goes, quick as rushing water. And here we are with the Spina guy giving us suspicious looks. That's more like it.
Ini cek. Cek sini dikit geser.
Good morning. To be honest, Paimon's still feeling. But it's time to get up, traveler. We agreed to go see Neuvillette, so let's pack it up and get going. Apa lagi? Apa? cuy bang. Hari ini satu 4. Ada tuh hati dengan cep. Lepasin, Pak.
Usah, biarlah. Tunggu. Ya. Lepas.
Hari ini yuk.
Jangan jorok.
You're here, finally.
Kena setem ya. Aduh, kasihan.
Monsieur Neurvalette and Lady Furina, they
pakai
seem to have
ini.
gotten into a dispute.
ini.
Please go see for yourself.
Kena setem ya, sakit nggak? Ya. Apa?
Like I said, I've already explained everything.
And yet the problem has not been properly solved. There is little space for excuses between us. It is not my intention to offend you, but please tell me where you stand. You are the Hydro Archon Focalor, are you not? Look at this. This is a list of the victims from the recent Poisson incident.
You mean they're all...
We did not arrive in time to avert this disaster, and I will not have it happen again. I will say this once more. You must. Yesterday, I found 3 stone slates in some ancient ruins near Poisson. Do you...
Seriously? You're questioning me like this is a court case now. I don't know anything about that. But you found them in some ancient ruins, you say?
That's correct, which is why I came to ask you some questions.
The prophecy?
The second of these slates depicts the previous Hydro Archon Egeria kneeling before a floating island in the sky, as if...
I don't. I've never seen such slates.
I'll ask you again. Do you... My deciphering of the slates indicates that the Hydro Archon Egeria once had to confess to, or apologize for, a certain...
All gods don't have the same secrets, you know. She was herself and I'm me. Is it really so strange that I know nothing? I understand your concerns, but I'm...
Forgive me for saying this now, Lady Furina, but I have long known of your various secret investigations into certain matters. There are several indications that you have been investigating the prophecy on the sly. This is not strange in itself, considering that you are the Hydro Archon. But it is strange that you should also claim to not know any of Egeria's secrets, as well as do nothing following... You have never been as superficial as you have presented yourself to be, nor are you a fool. And yet...
So you've been watching me all this time, have you? I didn't think you were that type. Well, since you know about my secret investigations, then you should know I'm actually working to... There's no point questioning or suspecting me. You're the Eudix, but you're still my subordinate. You should be following my lead. Just trust me, you're Archon, and do as I say. Never mind whether you can truly convince... That's all I have to say. We do not discuss this matter again.
Hey.
Oh, the opera's about to start.
Did Furina not notice us standing by the door? Wonder what's up with her.
I assume you've been outside for...
Oh! You noticed! Seems Furina didn't even realize we were here.
She was in a great panic, though I cannot discern the reason. Still, I do not understand. Dialogue.
Pusing dia. Bisa kencing ya? Wah! Bisa kencing ya? Pempes nggak ada pempes, kita nggak pakai pempes.
Ada.
Oh iya ada pempes ya. Itu miring ya. Aduh. Ya, Bapak bisa kata beli baru ya.
Everyone in her inner circle has noticed that she is hiding some secret. The issue is her attitude. I fear that she will not reveal anything unless absolutely forced to. We may have to create a situation in which she will have no choice but to speak.
Oh? Like what?
Normally, people will only reveal the truth when standing trial. Perhaps we must have the...
But Furina's seen so many trials, and she's really good at dodging
We will need to consider this thoroughly, join forces with various parties, and then do what we can. If at all possible, I would prefer to recuse myself from this affair. This may be cruel to her, but all Fontaine is in crisis. But who will lend us their aid?
Well, that's everyone, huh? Speaking of which, it was pretty smart of you to think of hiding here.
Poisson was just involved in a disaster, so it's present.
And here you are drinking tea like it's the most natural thing in—
That's what family should do. Sit and enjoy a leisurely time together.
It's nice to enjoy tea here, you know? Care for a cup?
Lend me your ears, everyone. Or perhaps one of you might like to start us off. How about you, friend?
Me? No.
Then, how about you, good sir?
I fear that I will cause the mood on this boat to become as somber as it is in court.
Well then, I guess we're lucky we've got a local like me to organize things. Wonderful.
That was a little long-winded, don't you think?
Oh, you might be right. Anyway, to cut to the chase, as for what that is, well, let's start by saying that we'll be pooling our efforts to—
Oh? How
Well, it's just an expression, really. One that I just learned from Chloe.
Huh? Didn't you say that you would be facilitating this?
Oh, come now. Your work doesn't involve much public speaking, right? This is a good chance to practice. You might even pick up some fancy oratory tricks to impress your boss with in the future.
I see. And what does my boss say?
He is glad that you consider him your boss.
In that case, do any of you have experience hunting?
Not that I recall.
Fremine and I once used a wooden stick in a basket to catch wild rabbits when we were younger.
I've also gone diving to catch some fish before.
I'm afraid not. You may or may not have heard, but Fontaine once played host to a group known, though that was their name, they did not hunt animals, but rather various monsters left behind by the ancient dynasty of King Rima. Today, Fontaine's monster population has already thinned greatly, so the hunters have blended a trap comprises of the following components: bait, a trigger. So, if we were to build a trap together...
For me, I would prefer something basket-shaped. Our line of work requires a deft hand, and we're some of the best in the industry.
You used some of those techniques while moving the people of Poisson, didn't you? My subordinates mentioned that you even performed some—
Yes, and I even managed to gather some intelligence in the meantime. I'm
afraid I can't claim that as my strong suit. I prefer more.
Calm and steady. Exactly the kind.
And I can be their assistant.
With discretion, I'm sure.
I'd probably use some sort of mechanical animal. Papa once bought me some small clock. I remember that you liked those too, didn't you?
I did. And that would be a good way to go about it. If they're realistic.
What about you, Monsieur Neuvillette?
I fear I do not have any related experience.
That makes sense. You usually solve problems directly. But I do have one more question for you, Monsieur. If we were to create a trap now, how would you design it?
I would like for it to be effective.
Kind, as always. However, if we wanted to kill the prey in one strike, we would need a powerful implement. However, that also goes for prey.
Wait, why's that?
Only a hunter who's a true expert at subduing their prey can snare it without harming it.
So, are we going hunting together?
Huh. We hadn't thought of seeing ourselves.
If our means of capturing and dealing with our prey is to put them on trial, but we shall require much more courage than any hunter to judge a god.
Oh, so that's what's going on.
Sudah 1 jam. Santainya sudah cukup. Thank you guys, bye bye.